Alright guys, I'm back with another chapter in Exodus. We're in Exodus chapter 24 where the header reads, Israel accepts the Lord's covenant, and we'll get right into it. Then the Lord instructed Moses, "Come up here to me, and bring along Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, and 70 of Israel's elders. All of you must worship from a distance. Only Moses is allowed to come near to the Lord. The others must not come near. And none of the other people are allowed to climb up the mountain with him." Then Moses went down to the people and repeated all the instructions and regulations the Lord had given him. All the people answered with one voice, "We will do everything the Lord has commanded." Then Moses carefully wrote down all the Lord's instructions. Early the next morning, Moses got up and built an altar at the foot of the mountain. He also set up 12 pillars, one for each of the 12 tribes of Israel. Then he sent some of the young Israelite men to present burnt offerings and to sacrifice bulls as peace offerings to the Lord. Moses drained half the blood from these animals into basins. The other half he splattered against the altar. Then he took the book of the covenant and read it aloud to the people. Again, they all responded, "We will do everything the Lord has commanded. We will obey." Then Moses took the blood from the basins and splattered it over the people, declaring, "Look, this blood confirms the covenant the Lord has made with you in giving you these instructions." Then Moses, Aaron, Nadab, Abihu, and the 70 elders of Israel climbed up the mountain. There they saw the God of Israel. Under his feet there seemed to be a surface of brilliant blue lapis lazuli, as clear as the sky itself. And though these nobles of Israel gazed upon God, he did not destroy them. In fact, they ate a covenant meal, eating and drinking in his presence. Then the Lord said to Moses, "Come up to me on the mountain. Stay there, and I will give you the tablets of stone on which I have inscribed the instructions and commands so you can teach the people." So Moses and his assistant Joshua set out, and Moses climbed up the mountain of God. Moses told the elders, "Stay here and wait for us until we come back. Aaron and Hur are here with you. If anyone has a dispute while I am gone, consult with them." Then Moses climbed up the mountain, and the cloud covered it. And the glory of the Lord settled down on Mount Sinai, and the cloud covered it for 6 days. On the seventh day the Lord called to Moses from inside the cloud, to the Israelites at the foot of the mountain. The glory of the Lord appeared at the summit like a consuming fire. Then Moses disappeared into the cloud as he climbed higher up the mountain. He remained on the mountain 40 days and 40 nights. And that's the end of chapter 24. So, one thing that I really like about chapter 24 is specific marching orders. It's something that I regularly reflect on. I'm easily lost without specific direction. And not so much in a professional sense, but very much so in a faith sense. I want to please God. I want to do the things that he wants me to do. And some of those things come easy. I think love is one that I adhere to with greater ease. I don't want to say it's super easy for me because that's just not the truth. But I adhere to it with greater ease than I do, say, patience for things that I want. Or maybe even grace or forgiveness for myself. There's a lot of things that I really struggle with. Selfishness. I wish I could execute orders better. Now, I like having them because they give me markers to hit. They give me a place to obtain better understanding in the finite understanding that I have of God, in his infinite wisdom and infinite resources. It's hard for me to even comprehend that. And so, in understanding and respecting that, it's tough for me to I don't want to say to go on faith, but sometimes that's exactly what it is. It's tough for me to go simply on faith. One of my least favorite things when I was a child was for my mom to tell me, oh, hey, let's start cleaning. And we'd have to clean up the house because we'd either have guests coming over or something like that, or she just wanted to clean. And she wouldn't give an end time or a specific goal to be done or a specific chore that once that was done, we were done. It was simply to start doing, and we would stop when we're done. But that time was never given. I hated that. Still to this day, I don't like that. I'm very much a, hey, these are the things that we need to have done. Let's get that done, and then we can just relax, and we can do what we want. Then you can shut your brain off. I really struggle when I'm not given parameters, specific parameters. The more specific, the better. The more, and it could be something grueling. It could be something that seems insurmountable, but every step towards that goal, for me, it's ease. It creates an ease in my mind that I could be, hey, you have to run 100 miles today, and most people are like, that's impossible. So I'm never going to be able to get that. For me, I just start walking. I know when I'm done. And so it just creates such ease in me. But if someone was to tell me, well, we're going to go for a walk today. Well, how far? When are we going to go? Where are we going to go? I don't know. We'll know when we get there. That would create a burden in my mind. And we could go 10 miles. We could go 5 miles. And I would my mind would start to wander. And it would be so easy to become that lost sheep. When I know the destination, which is why it's important that I read my Bible, I find comfort in that because God tells me the destination. If I was to have just a fraction of the knowledge that I have, I'd become discontent. I want to know. I don't need to know the ending. There's a lot of it that just needs to be taken on faith, and I understand that. And that part gets I struggle a little bit with that, but when he tells me that I've already won and that we're just simply waiting on victory, that does make the waiting a little bit easier. I'm still not great at it. I really struggle, but it definitely helps me keep focus. But on that, have a good night. God bless. I love you. Jesus loves you. And tomorrow I'll be reading chapter 25 of Exodus, where the header reads, Tabernacle Instructions, Offerings for the Tabernacle. Have a good night. God bless, and I'll see you guys tomorrow. See ya.